Hi everyone, this is Sairav from AIML and my topic is normal curve and its properties. Yes, what is normal curve? Before entering into properties, before discussing properties, let's discuss what is normal curve. This is when the data is distributed evenly around a middle value. For example, take some data and plot it on a graph and will if we get one curve, if it is distributed equally, so it is called the normal curve. The data is symmetrical about the middle value. That data which is symmetrically about the middle value is called the normal curve, and we can call it as also bell curve because it is look like a bell. So we can call it as also bell curve. Half the data falls above and half below the middle value. Here, after the symmetrically about the middle value, the left side part is equal to the right side part. That means these both are equally distributed. So we can call it as normal curve. In this normal curve, we will discuss three terms, that is mean, median, and mode. What is median? What is mean? Sorry, what is mean? The mean is the average of all the data in the distribution, and the median is the middle value of the data ordered from the smallest to largest. If we arrange the data into the smallest to largest, the middle value of that order is called median. That value is called median. The mean is the average, the sum of all the observation by number of observation is called mean. The mode is the value that occurs most often in the data. The most frequently occurred values in the data is called the mode. If a normally distribution, the mean, median, and mode are the same. In normally distributed curve, the mean, median, and mode are at the same point. Here we can see middle. Here middle, this is the mean, this is the median, this is the mode. That is called normal curve. Standard deviation. What is standard deviation? The standard deviation is how spread out the numbers are from the middle value. For example, here this is the mean, median, mode. From here to here, here, this is the standard deviation. That means how much it deviates from the mean or median or mode. That is called the standard deviation. The data is said to fall within a specific number of standard deviation when it is not the middle value. If the standard deviation is not 0 here, some deviation will be there. Either it is left or right. That is called standard deviation. Here you can see -1, here +1. That is called standard deviation. A normal distribution follows the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. What it means, we'll discuss. What is 68, 95, and 99.7 rule? Means here the 68% of the data falls within the first standard deviation of the middle value. Here you can see in this first -1 and +1, in this region 68% of the data will be there. If we consider from here to here, it is 100, and the majority data, that is 68% of the data will be there in between the -1 and the +1 only. 95% of the data falls within the 2 standard deviation. Here you can see, here 2 standard deviation means from -2 to +2, the total area covers 95% of the total area covers between the -2 and +2 standard deviation. The 99.7% of the data falls within the 3 standard deviation of the middle value. Here you can see from -3 to +3, it falls 99% of the total area. The middle value represent 50%. That means from middle, the left side is 50%. From middle, the right side part is 50%. Recall the 68% of the data falls within 1 standard deviation of the mean. Half the 68% above the half and below the 50%. Means 68 by 2 means what? How much? 34, no? 34. Left side part is 34 and right side part is 34. If one standard deviation below the mean is 50% minus 34 equal to 16%. What it means 16%? Here totally left side part is 50%. The minus in this median to left side part covers 34% and remaining part from -2 to -3 here it is totally 16%. That means the majority of the data covers in this -1 standard deviation only, and the remaining whatever the 60% is there, it is covers in the -2, -3 and -4, so on. One standard deviation above the mean is 50% plus 34% equal to 84%. Means from here to this minus range to +1, it covers 84%. That means remaining 16% is covered in the here +2, +3 and so on. And the majority area will covered in this +1 only. Percentage each standard deviation. Recall the 95% of the data falls within the standard deviation of the mean. Means here 95% of the data falls between the -2 and +2. That means the remaining whatever the 5% data remains only -3, -4 and here +3, +4. Of the 95% falls above and half below the 50%. Here 95% by 2 means 47.5. 47.5 is left side of the mean and 47.5 area of the data left behind the left towards the right side of the mean. 2 standard deviation below the mean is 50 minus 47.5 equal 2.5. The remaining whatever the 2.5 towards the left side, that will be covered in the -3, -4 and so on. And whatever the 2.5% at the right side of the median covers in +3, +4 in this area. Recall the 99.7% of the data falls within 3 standard deviation of the mean. Here -3 to +3, it covers maximum data. That means 99.7% of the data will be covered in this -3 to +1 -3 to +3 area. Half the 99% of the falls above and half the below the 50%. That means 99.7 divided by 2 is 49.85% of the data. 49.85% of the data is covered in this left part of the median, and the 49.85% of the data will be covered in the right part of the median. 3 standard deviation below the mean is 50% minus 49.85, and whatever the remaining 0.15% towards the left will be there here -4, -5 in this region. Whatever the again 0.15% towards the right is there in the standard deviation +4, +5 in that area. Thank you.